What's up? I'm Veronica Peterson with Remax Horizon, your local real estate specialist, and this is What's Awesome About Riverside.
So Veronica, you're looking out over downtown Riverside right now. The city of Riverside was a part of San Bernardino County for 10 years. So the colony came here in 1870, led by John North, an abolitionist judge, who obviously believed in a society and having a better society than what he perceived or what he experienced really back east. And so he brought a group of people out here in 1870 and colonized this area downtown, a mile square. And in 1883, a group of residents incorporated the city underneath San Bernardino County. The visionary forefathers back in the late 1800s found and heard about these water sources, artesian wells. The water table was so high in San Bernardino that water was just popping out of the ground. And so they set out, went out and bought some land, stuck a big straw in it, created a well, pulled the water out and conveyed it along the Gage Canal over to what is modern day UC Riverside. And from that water, from that San Bernardino water, came the citrus industry in Southern California. So we truly are the catalyst of the citrus industry, the second gold rush, so to speak, for California. This is the oldest park in town. It's called White Park, named after one of the first city council members, and Albert White. And it's more than a park, it's a botanical garden. Back then, they were creating spaces that were very exotic and unique, Victorian-esque. And so there's a pavilion in the middle with a gazebo and a fountain. And then you can see how diverse the trees are. And so it's a really cool space. Hopefully you get a chance to show it off to people.
I've been to a wedding there. Do they do weddings?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They rent it out. That's where the Salsa Festival is and the Tamale Festival. So there's a lot going on in White Park. And then behind White Park is really the showcase of our parks, the pinnacle of our parks, I should say, is Mount Rubidoux, the tallest point downtown.
One of my favorites.
The Latin cross on top has been the backdrop for the longest running ecumenical or non-denominational sunrise service in America. So people in Riverside have been going up, traveling up for a sunrise Easter service for 110 plus years. It's a great perspective, and it shows that Riverside is unique and different. Yeah. Its own geography, nestled in these little foothills here, and it does have a river. You know what the river's called?
No.
It's the mighty Santa Ana River, Veronica.
Yes.
You don't know that? The mighty Santa Ana River runs right behind Mount Rubidoux from the crest of San Bernardino Mountains all the way to Huntington Beach, Newport Beach. And there's going to be a river trail for bikes that we're finishing up, hopefully in the next 5 to 10 years, that you can ride from the crest of those mountains on your bike to the coast without interacting with any cars.
That'll be awesome.
Pretty cool.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that a lot. Let's go.
Okay.
So from on top of City Hall, you can see 3 generations of Baileys connected to the downtown. One of them, my grandpa, grew up in a house right by White Park. So grandpa, I envisioned him playing in White Park and walking to school. And then when I was growing up, I used to go to the historic courthouse, county courthouse in Riverside. Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
It's modeled after the Grand Palais in France. It was created in 1902, built in 1902. And remodeled, in the 80s after the earthquake, in the 90s after the Northridge earthquake. And so my dad was a Superior Court judge, and when I was a kid, I'd go and run around the courthouse, the courtrooms.
I don't think just anybody could say that. I don't think that's a common.
So grandpa, dad, and now I'm at City Hall, in the mayor's office.
Yeah.
So 3 generations of Baileys have served this city in some way, shape, or form. My great-grandfather actually brought my grandpa here in 1914 to a farm by Harvest Church, and the Baileys have been serving the city ever since. So over 100 years now, we've been in Riverside, part of the fabric of this community, giving back to this community as public servants, and hopefully that legacy will pass to my kids.
I love that, and that's one of the things I love about Riverside, is I feel like there are roots here and history and families that are committed to being involved in the community of Riverside.
That's a great point. We have great social capital and community spirit because of families that have chosen to stay here and raise their families here and have their businesses here, and we're blessed by that.
Yeah, so cool. Thanks for sharing that.
You don't need a car to get around Riverside. You can have that urban lifestyle all in one place in downtown. And so this is the latest and greatest in terms of the change in dynamics for housing housing Riversiders. So it really is creating a 24/7 lifestyle for downtown, because there are different eateries and bars, and I'll show you some more of those down underneath the Fox Theater. Is a great place called the Food Lab, which also next door they're gonna create a game lab for people that enjoy old video games and pinball machines, and we'll talk more about that later.
No way.
Yeah, so you can see we're dedicated to art as well. We have a lot of public art along Main Street, and UCR Arts Block is right downtown.
And everything that comes up here, I feel like lately is ornate or it's sophisticated. I feel like the lofts are very sophisticated.
Riverside is unique on Main Street, probably I would argue the greatest collection of not just statues, but memorials to individuals, civil rights leaders, global leaders. On Chung Ho across the street, but this is Cesar Chavez, Martin Luther King, Smiley Villegas, who was our Medal of Honor recipient, our initial Medal of Honor recipient in Riverside. Far end is Mahatma Gandhi, and then Eliza Tibbetts, who is the matriarch of Riverside. As I mentioned, the Naval Orange earlier, she petitioned the government to bring the Naval Orange to Riverside and created the citrus movement. But yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful monuments, an important statement again for us to make that we believe in civil rights, we believe in social justice. And that's what's reflected along Main Street in these statues and memorials.
If you walk along here, you could take your time to walk along and look at the architecture, to look at the monuments.
The footprint used to be just the Mission Inn, and then it started going down Main Street. Now City Hall, now the courthouse, the convention center, the Fox Theaters all lit up. So it's incredible what decision making can do, what leadership can do. And Dwayne and Kelly Roberts, the leaders of the Mission Inn, and taking it from being closed down. When I was a kid, it was closed down.
Oh yeah, me too.
There was a fence around
yeah.
it. There's nothing good going on in downtown,
No.
my dad would tell me, the judge. You're not allowed downtown.
Don't go downtown.
Don't go downtown after 5 o'clock. You're not allowed, actually. He gave me the keys to my car and said, okay, be home by midnight, your curfew, and don't go downtown after 5, otherwise I'm taking your car keys away. But now you look at this and it's so vibrant. There's so many things to do, and again, Dwayne and Kelly Roberts should get a lot of the credit for that, because they preserved and then upgraded and reinvested in the Mission Inn.
I remember being fenced off, and I remember thinking, what a beautiful, beautiful ornate building. I used to think, I just want to live there. Like, how does someone live there? It just seemed like this, almost like a secret garden of a building.
Yeah.
And
it's a great.
Invested in the community.
Oh, totally. And they're from here.
And they're from here, yeah.
Dwayne went to Pauley High School, grew up here, his family had a business here, and that drove him to protecting something that was important to him and to this community.
And from that, like you said, it's vibrant, and Riverside's really come to life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah. So thank you, Dwayne and Kelly Roberts.
Thank you.
Ah, I love that smell. The spa smell, the eucalyptus.
I try to give clients like a closing gift. I try to bring them like cookies from Jam Red.
Yeah,
or I'll try
right, a local
something
institution, local
so that
business.
I'm like, here, you got to try this. You have to go here.
Yeah.
You know, I've taken someone to lunch at the Mission Inn, and they're like, oh, this doesn't make sense. See, you got to go back.
We had we had the Pro Beach Volleyball Tour come here, and all the athletes stayed at the Mission Inn, and they're like, Rusty, there's a castle in your city. Where did this castle come from? How do we not know about this? You know, these are gold medalists. So now the future of Riverside and the downtown entertainment district, the convention district, is right here in front of us. This is approved by the City Council just this month, a $500 million project to have Class A office space, 2 new hotels, condominiums for the first time, for sale apartments, condominiums in downtown, an outdoor amphitheater that could double up during the Festival of Lights as a skating rink, and have as well, you know, during the summer months, have outdoor concerts and the like. So this space is going to be the new entry statement from the 60 freeway coming in off of Main Street. That's what people are going to see, and it's going to be the biggest private investment in Riverside's history.
That's super exciting. I think that being a resident of Riverside, seeing the difference that has come about down here since the city's invested and done the changes, is amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's like come back to life.
And there you go, life. So what they're calling it is Riverside Alive. And isn't that appropriate?
That is so appropriate.
For the future of our city. We are alive, we are vibrant, and it's going to be a 24/7 entertainment district right here in the capital of inland Southern California, Riverside, California.
That's super exciting. I love that. I can't wait to see what
Riverside
it's going to look
Alive.
like. Riverside
Here
Alive.
we go. Let's do it.
Riverside Alive. We're excited.
Thanks for coming out on a walk with the mayor today and for letting me share some of my favorite spots, both historical and futuristic. And I hope you'll come out and do it again.
Thank you. We're really excited.
You got
Thank
it.
you for your
You got
time.
it.
As always, if you have any questions about Riverside, real estate, or just what's going on in Riverside, reach out to me. You can reach me at veronicapeterson.com. And you can also find me on my Facebook page, What's Awesome About Riverside.
This is awesome about Riverside,
This is awesome.
right here.
Woo!
Right here.
Awesome.